Hey guys, it's Big Nick here, and I'm here to give you my Clash of Champions 2017 predictions. I am filming this of the Wednesday of, so as you see when it comes up. So Clash of Champions is this Sunday, which means that we are only a handful of days away, and this is the last pay-per-view of the year, which is kind of one is kind of very surprising that the year's already over. Two, the fact that that's been kind of a rocky year for WWE. Both Raw and SmackDown, and the pay-per-view wise has been really inconsistent for the majority of the year. You could probably look back at some of them that were really inconsistent, like No Mercy was kinda pretty much an inconsistent pay-per-view. Was not a good one. Hell in a Cell was not the greatest pay-per-view. I mean, it had some good matches, but wasn't the greatest pay-per-view. Then you look back at some of the best pay-per-views, like Mania, Survivor Series, which is good until the main event. Great Balls of Fire. I think that's been pretty much it for the best. Oh, Elimination Chamber, can't forget that one. And those are pretty much, in my opinion, the four best pay-per-views of the year: Elimination Chamber, Great Balls of Fire, Mania, and Survivor Series. SummerSlam was good, was a good show, but yeah, only really had two very notable matches. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. And some of the bad ones, like the Royal Rumble, Hell in a Cell. Well, Hell in a Cell was decent. TLC was okay. Pretty much, I think Royal Rumble was the worst of the year. Let me just double check that. Money in the Bank was kind of bad. Battleground was pretty bad. Backlash was kinda it's a show you can pick what you want. Extreme Rules was kind of bad. So yeah, those were pretty much kind of the worst ones. I think Rumble's probably the biggest letdown of the year. Okay, let's just get into Clash of Champions. First off, I'm going to start off with the kickoff match, and that is Zack Ryder versus Mojo Rawley, the former Hype Bros. This match I don't expect a lot from. I don't think not that many people do anyway, because Mojo Rawley's really limited in the ring. So yeah, I want Ryder to win, but knowing WWE, they would go with the route of having Mojo win. But my prediction, I'm going for it. Zack Ryder's going to win. He needs a big singles win. So yeah, I'm going to go with Zack Ryder for that one. Then we got the main card, and that is the Bludgeon Brothers, Harper and Rowan versus Breezango. This match, it could be fun because we've seen Harper and Rowan in the past give you great tag team matches, and we know Breeze and Fandango can work in the ring. So hopefully we can actually get a pretty solid match out of this. I'm going to go with the Bludgeon Brothers. I've always liked Harper and Rowan as a tag team. I like Rowan as a singles competitor, but the only time I like Rowan is when he's with Harper as a tag team. They work well. Sad they really never have been tag team champions on the main roster. They were in NXT. But maybe the Bludgeon Brother gimmick can give them more titles. Especially Harper, who is former Intercontinental Champion and former Tag Team Champion. Yes, he won it because the Wyatt family, when Wyatt and Orton won, they used the Freebird rule, so that gave Harper the tag title reign. Okay, so yeah, I expect a good match out of that one. Probably not going to be the greatest thing ever, but I expect a good, solid, watchable match, and I expect the Bludgeon Brothers win. Next up is another tag team match, and that is Zayn and Owens versus Nakamura and Orton, where if Zayn and Owens lose, they are not just fired from SmackDown, they are fired from the entire WWE, when you have two special guest referees, and Shane O'Mac and Daniel Bryan. Shane will be the in-ring ref, Daniel Bryan will be outside, just in case anything goes wrong. This match could be a great match. I expect greatness from all four of these men. The involvement of Shane and Daniel Bryan is kind of to continue their feud. The feud they're doing, that the fact that Daniel Bryan could possibly turn heel and possibly get cleared to return to the ring next year. Excuse me. So I expect a fun match. Zayn and Owens are going to win. There's no way they're going to fire. There's no way. I expect shenanigans involving Daniel Bryan. And probably the one they're going to get is Orton. And Orton's going to go after Daniel Bryan. Just to kind of remind us of 2013. When Daniel Bryan was... when his popularity had skyrocketed to beyond belief. Next up we have is yet another tag team match. This one being a fatal four-way tag team match, and it is for the SmackDown tag titles, involving the New Day, Gable Benjamin, I almost said Gable and Jordan, Rusev Day and Aiden English, and the Usos. This one could possibly be the show stealer, just because of the teams involved. Usos and New Day have stolen so many shows so far this year. Literally all the bad SmackDown pay-per-views, Usos and New Day have been the bright spot on all of them. Gable and Benjamin should be something great to watch. I mean, I've kind of enjoyed their pairing. I mean, Jason Jordan's kind of shown he can't live without Chad Gable. And Rusev and Aiden English have been very interesting, especially with the Rusev Day gimmicks. It's over as hell. I guess Rusev has proven he can get anything over. He can get damn near anything over. So he got Handsome Rusev over. Now he has Rusev Day over. So this one, I kind of have two options. I have two things coming out. One, the Usos retain. But the second one is kind of a swerve, and that is Gable and Benjamin winning the tag titles just to be the face team. Because I have a feeling the Bludgeon Brothers are going to eventually be pushed into the tag title scene. Because technically the Usos are heel, Aiden English and Rusev are heel, Gable and Benjamin and the New Day are face. So I kind of see the swerve of probably Benjamin and Gable getting the tag titles to continue the feud with the Usos, and maybe Rusev and English go on a feud with the New Day, eventually leading to the Bludgeon Brothers getting involved and stuff like that. So those are the kind of two outcomes I have. My main outcome is the Usos, because the Usos are pretty much they are the best tag team in WWE today, and the second one, which is less likely, but I do see it possibly happening, and that's Gable and Benjamin taking the titles, and not pinning the Usos, pinning like Aiden English. Next up we have is another multi-person match, and that is the triple threat match for the United States title: Dolph Ziggler versus Bobby Roode versus the U.S. champion Baron Corbin. I mean, this one could be very good. We've seen Ziggler and Corbin have a triple threat match in the past, and it was very good. But that one AJ was involved. Pretty much, I believe, a year ago. I believe it was either a year ago this week or a year ago next week, when they had that great triple threat. When there was what was it, SmackDown Roulette, I think. When they had that All Champions night, I think that was the show. I remember because I love that show. But yeah, this one should be fun to watch, because Corbin he may have been buried by Cena earlier this year, but at least main title wise, but at least Corbin's still being featured and used on the show. Ziggler, the rumor going around that he's pretty much already out the door, and Bobby Roode being the new face from NXT. I have two outcomes for this. Actually, you know what? I do have a full three. Corbin retains, which I believe is the most likely. Next is Bobby Roode getting the U.S. title, just because it's Bobby Roode and he's over as all hell. And the third and less likely one, Ziggler getting the U.S. title, just to keep him around. With the rumor of him leaving, maybe they put the title on him just to keep, because every time for, I believe, was it the past I think it's the past 3 years, every time it comes up about his contract expiring, he ends up winning the title. Last year was the thing with Miz and him, and he ended up winning the Intercontinental title at No Mercy. I believe the year before was the same thing, and he ended up being put in the Intercontinental title picture. And he got put in one of the title pictures. So pretty much every time it comes up around, even though this one really sounds like he's out the door, but every time they either end up putting him in a meaningful feud or putting the title on him. So we just have to wait and see. That's why I say that one's the less likely. I doubt they're gonna do that this time. That's why I say Corbin's the most likely. Roode, it's possible, but I doubt it, because he's only been up a handful of months. I mean, they could do it anyway. I mean, it's Bobby freaking Roode. And Ziggler the least likely, but could still happen because if he wins, it means he's sticking around. Next up we have is the SmackDown Women's title, and it's a lumberjack match, and that is Natalya challenging Charlotte. This one I expect to be the best out of their entire matches. This is just one of those feuds that they have just pushed on because they really don't have another contender for Charlotte. This could be the night where Carmella actually cashes in, which I doubt, because she will be at ringside. But I highly doubt will happen unless the woman faction, the Riot Squad of Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, and Sarah Logan get involved and beat the crap out of Charlotte or Natalya, whoever the champion is. But this match I do expect to be a very good match, because Charlotte and Natalya do give off very watchable matches, and this should be their best, because this one is pretty much being considered to be the blow-off match of the feud. So I see Charlotte retaining. I do not see Natalya getting it back. Her holding the title was to give it to Charlotte. That's what I called it a while ago, and it happened. So yeah, I do expect this to be a fun, watchable match, and this could be the night where Carmella cashes in, which is why they're doing the whole lumberjack thing. So keep an eye out for that. You know what? I'm gonna call it. Carmella's gonna cash in after the Riot Squad beats the living hell out of Charlotte, and they're all walking away. Carmella's gonna be like, "Oh, I cash in. Give me the women's title." And now finally we go off to the main event, and that is, hold up. And that is Jinder bitch-ass Mahal challenging AJ Styles. This match is not going to be great at all because it's Mahal. I mean, I hope it can be. AJ Styles can pretty much give up watchable matches with anyone. I remember the match AJ had with Mahal back in London. It was It was okay, decent to watch. That's because AJ Styles can give up a watchable match with pretty much anyone. But it's just the fact that I'm nervous with this one. And I'm not the only one. There are many people out there who are nervous the fact that Mahal may get the title back. This is do or die for SmackDown and Mahal. If Mahal loses, this pretty much confirms he is out of the main event picture, which will be a godsend. And if Mahal wins, it's pretty much the end of SmackDown. Because everybody knows when Mahal was WWE Champion, everything was going wrong for SmackDown. The viewership was down. The attendance was god-awful. And it was during Mahal's title reign. I mean, you can't blame Jinder. You can and can't blame Jinder because Jinder does not give off good matches. And you can kind of blame the writers for not giving him good promos. So, yeah. I'm going straight out. AJ Styles wins. I'm not freaking Mahal nothing. AJ Styles is my favorite wrestler in WWE today. He's my favorite wrestler in the world today that's active. Because Undertaker's still out. Because Undertaker's still alive. I love you. So yeah, that is my predictions for Survivor Series Clash of the Champions, and that is Zack Ryder, AJ Styles, Charlotte, possible cash-in, Usos or Gable and Jordan, one or the other, and any one of the triple threats, anyone in the triple threat, the Bludgeon Brothers, and the Zayn and Owens, with Daniel Bryan heel turn, and he could possibly take a bump. If he takes a bump at any time, he's pretty much cleared, because there's no way WWE's going to take a hit, have him get hit, and then risk his health. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys again, I believe, on Monday, possibly this week, possibly later this week. I don't know yet. I know Monday's a guarantee for the review of Survivor Series again. Clash of Champions. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys again. Bye.